Hey everybody, here's a look at the Corpus Christi Lithium Refinery Plant.
Well, hey everybody, I'm on my way back down to Starbase, which means I get an opportunity to stop here at Tesla's lithium plant near Corpus Christi for an update. Now, the last time I was here was in August for the last Flight 10 of Starship. And at that time, we saw a lot of the spodumene concentrate 6 being delivered by trucks, and it had indications that the facility was at least partially operational. Now, at that time also, there were still a lot of cranes that were kind of doing some of the superstructure and finishing out some of the exterior parts of much of the plant. Today, there are a lot of big differences that we're going to see and detail in the video itself. So I have a lot to show you in the video. Now, before we get into that, I also want to talk about the fact that Tesla in general is trying to do more outreach programs. And we saw that up at Giga Texas with the big delivery event and the new delivery center on the west side by the end of line facility. And they're also trying to do more of those public facing events. Here at Corpus Christi at the Tesla Lithium Plant, that is also happening. And here's a couple of images and videos of some of the recent work that they've done with the community. Now, Tesla program manager Leslie Lamont and the lithium refinery team led their second consecutive participation in the Robstown Homecoming Parade on October the 8th. Very recently. And this event began at the Cotton Picker Stadium. It proceeded around a route through the Big Bend Nation community, and there was a pep rally and the big burning of the R bonfire to energize the cotton picker spirit. So that was really cool to see, and of course the community outreach for Tesla and the lithium plant. There was also another event that happened here, and Clarissa Garcia, this is Tesla's Lithium Refinery's Senior Site Specialist for Community and Site Relations, and the team hosted a manufacturing day at the Corpus Christi Regional Economic Development Corporation at Del Mar College. They engaged with about 300 local students on workforce development opportunities and the refinery, and this is just a great outreach program to get interest of students to make one day maybe work here at the Tesla Lithium Plant. Like I said, it's really great to see that Tesla is doing more of these community outreach programs, and that extends here at the lithium plant in Corpus Christi. And I think that's also a great indication that they're getting more and more operational, and this plant is going to be here for quite some time doing a lot of that work that is necessary to make the batteries and other materials for the Tesla vehicles. In addition to that, right now it's only about halfway completed. There will be a parallel part very similar to what we already see down the middle of the facility here, or the site, once that is completed. But for right now, they're just concentrating on the first half. Another expansion plan somewhere in the future is for them to be able to do battery recycling, and that would be black mass recycling, which is some of the materials that come out of the batteries after they have end of life. And if they do that, it's somewhere close to between 95 and 98% recovery of the materials in those batteries. So it's a great industry that is just getting started, and I expect to see some of that here at the lithium plant in the future when that day comes. But otherwise, that's a quick update of what is going on here with some of the community outreach programs for Tesla. So let's get in the drone, let's fly around and see what this plant looks like here today.
If you would like to support my efforts, please consider using these links, which will be in the video description. If you are considering purchasing Starlink, I would recommend that you use my referral link at the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons on my YouTube video, as this helps as well. Thank you. Well, good morning from Tesla's lithium plant. This is located near Corpus Christi, Texas, actually just to the south of Robstown, Texas. And I thought I would start off with a 360-degree flight at a higher altitude, just sort of give you overall context of how the site is laid out. On the upper right is the first half of the lithium processing part of the plant itself. The large structure on the right of the screen is the raw materials warehouse. At the bottom of the screen, you can see that road that heads off to the north. That also follows the power lines up to the electrical substation that was added in for the power here. In the middle of the site, in addition to all that dirt where future construction will take place, you see that large kind of rounded top tent or sprung structure. That is for receiving for materials, and we will get a better close-up view of that here momentarily. Also, material staging yard for a lot of different materials and potentially some workshops as well. Now, the two large ponds are filled with water right now, which is a great sign. The one on the right has the liner. The one on the left does not. The one on the left is partially used for water management. You can see that kind of channel that heads off to the south, and that's for not only water runoff, but it's used for construction, keeping the dirt down and doing other items or other things that need water, but just for construction. The lined pond, on the other hand, is used for kind of the utilities and personal services here at the site, because there is no water utilities from the city here, so they're able to do that with that lined pond. Now, as we are looking sort of down towards the south, this is sort of the northern part of the area that is being developed right now. However, the land extends far to the north and even off to the west towards where that tree line is, kind of in the distance. So they have a lot of room to grow over the coming years. And as I mentioned in the intro, black mass recycling from batteries that have had end of life is another option that they may be looking at to maybe doing construction in the future. But for right now, what they are most concentrating on is that first half with all of those structures on the left-hand side of the screen of the lithium processing plant itself. And it's designed to take a raw material called spodumene concentrate 6 and turn it eventually into lithium hydroxide. And of course, that is a output from this plant, and it's an input up at Giga Texas at the cathode plant, where they will further refine that and make the cathode materials that go into the 4680 batteries. And right now, also, we can tell that there are some big changes. Almost all of the cranes that were here on my previous video have been removed, and there's only really one left. And as I zoom in, you can see that one large crane. There's a few smaller ones around, but all of the other big ones have left the site or are being in the process of leaving the site. What we see here is much of this production processing plant that is constructed and almost finished. On the right-hand side of the screen, that large structure is where the output of the hydrometallurgical processing happens, and that's where they do the packaging of the lithium hydroxide. In the middle here, where you see these raised kind of structures, a lot of the tanks and much more of the machinery with some of that smoke kind of coming up out of that area where the Evapco chiller units are. That is that hydrometallurgical processing that will turn some of the processed material that come out of the pyrometallurgical processing, which is where you see these large kilns. The one on the top, it looks kind of a rusty pipe. That's a rotating kiln, and then the cooler is the jacketed one. And this entire process starts with these conveyors that take that raw material out of the warehouse where it's stored temporarily, and then that begins that entire process. We also see that rounded top sprung structure tent. That's where the trucks, the semi trucks, arrive and unload the spodumene concentrate, which is kind of like a powdery material that is broken down by rocks that have 6% lithium hydroxide or lithium in it. And then it is kind of sorted into that large warehouse. And when it's needed, they load it up onto those conveyors. As I pull away, this gives you a great overall shot from this angle of the site. And off to the left, where I will point the drone, is where they've been having a lot of equipment, vehicles, and some materials that have been staged. But the biggest thing that you can see is that almost all of it is now gone. In fact, it's pretty empty. What we have left is a few pieces of equipment. We have a conveyor loading system on the left, and that's part of what's used for that taking the spodumene out of the delivery trucks and put it into the warehouse. We also see several of the cranes that are laid down, getting ready to leave the site. Some materials on the left wrapped in plastic. And we also see these very large, looks like stainless steel equipment. Some of them almost look like large compressors. You can see some outlets of the pipes. And as I kind of maneuver the drone around, this gives you a great view of what this appears like. Some of this material has actually been here for several months. I'm not sure what part of the factory this will be used in, but clearly they are getting this all ready to go. And probably we will see it by the next time I come back here, installed maybe in the last parts of that plant that is being finished up right now. I do believe that they are processing that spodumene concentrate 6 into lithium hydroxide at a certain level, and the rest of the development of this is going to continue as they get more experience with the equipment and also finish up whatever remaining construction is needed. So I'm going to position the drone here, kind of give you a bird's eye view and run down the middle of it and give you some views of what is happening here with how this is all put together. We have a large structure on the bottom left. It looks like maybe a control room. The rotating kiln and cooler is just passing directly below the drone. We see that kind of rounded top tent on the left. And as we continue to fly further to the east, we're passing into that hydrometallurgical processing, and see how much larger this is with all of those tanks. And this is where they take the output from that pyrometallurgical processing and use kind of aqueous mixtures and inert compounds. And eventually it all comes out here to this large structure that is mostly completed. And looks like there's still some surface paneling that needs to be added. But once it finishes up through the processing here, it goes to the packaging and final processing for shipping out. And as I continue to maneuver the drone around, you'll see the receiving doors, or the loading doors, where that would be loaded up onto the trucks and then head further to the north towards Giga Texas. Zooming back in, that's a great look at that packaging part of the factory on the left. And here is a nice close-in view of all of the machinery and equipment, some of the structures and the tanks that are involved with this kind of involved hydrometallurgical processing part of the plant. Now, this will eventually be mirrored, and they will have two parallel lines. But I would say, based on what I've seen around the site, that they are going to probably just keep this one half of the plant as it is and operate this for some time before they decide to do that secondary part of the plant and do that parallel processing. I think the reason why I think that is I don't see any of the materials that would be duplicating what we see here. None of the rotating kilns, none of the work for preparation of the ground support slabs and the piles that would be needed to support all that structure. It looks like it's just going to be on hold for a while. So that would be my guess, but we'll continue to monitor that over time to see what actually happens. This is a great view of that raw material processing warehouse and those conveyors that move it from the warehouse and over to the plant itself. And eventually that taller tower in the middle of that warehouse is where it would connect into that parallel processing part of the plant. Now I'm going to pull away at this altitude just to give you a closer look at this material staging yard and also these two rounded top tents, which I think are probably maintenance structures, maybe some workshops. And they are also very close in proximity to the lined pond, which at this altitude and view angle gives you a great sense of how it appears. And with that kind of that white material on the liner, looks like some of the water used to be higher than it is now, and it's kind of drop back down. It also looks like there is algae on the inside of that, so I'm not sure if that affects the quality of the water that they use for the site. As I come back in closer, this rounded top tent, which shows on the west side as I continue to maneuver the drone around the receiving doorway and the markings that are on top of this. This is the actual one of the most original structures here, and it was in this area where the rotating kilns and coolers were originally built for that plant that we see currently. The trailers in the middle of the screen were also one of the earliest structures put in. Of course, these are temporary, and these were put in shortly after they did the groundbreaking ceremony, which occurred right in front of that archway where it says Tesla Lithium. Now, you see that kind of lighter color, brighter white part of the structure that connects in those trailers. This looks like it's new and under construction right now, and it provides a closed-in structure to allow people to walk from one to the other of the trailer complexes and stay out of the weather, maybe have it cool. But it also has some windows kind of pointing out to where you see the tables in front of the Tesla Lithium archway. And we have seen food trucks here before, so this may be just a great place for employees to relax and have some food while they are taking a break from their work schedules. But as I pull away, I'll bring the drone up to a higher altitude and just show you the overall view here from kind of the north looking to the south over what the entire plant looks like. So overall, I think big progress. It's much cleaner and looks like a mature site than we saw in August, and I think that's great for the lithium processing for Tesla.